If you're a star seed and you've been feeling a little bit lost, maybe a little bit homesick lately, I want to share with you a profound message that I received in meditation from my Pleiadian guide just this morning. Now, I was meditating and connecting, and when I sit, I'll turn on some music and I will relax and I will breathe and I will get present. My mind will start to calm and I will just open up to just this spaciousness and not having any expectations of whatever it is that's going to come forward. The goal when I meditate is just to find that point of stillness and connect to that quantum field. Well, I felt this energy rush through me and my heart space started thumping. Now, when that happens, I know that that's a connection to my Pleiadian guide. Now, I do have Pleiadian aspects. I'm a Pleiadian star seed. I have energy from other systems as well, as you all do, but the Pleiadian energy is very prominent in me, and that's what generally comes forward when I reach out to connect. So she expressed to me that with what's happening in the world today, it's very easy for the star seeds and the light workers to get caught up and get lost in the humanity of everything, meaning that your attention is focused or content to be focused too much into the external events. Now, what happens when we do that is we start to feel disconnected from our multidimensional aspects. So you may feel disconnected from your guides, you may feel disconnected from your higher self, from your intuition, and that's because your energy flow has slowed down. When we focus into the field, into this 3D reality, our energy flow slows down. And as a result of that, you will feel as though you are disconnected. Now, you are never disconnected, but you shift into an experience, a lower vibrational experience, that manifests as being disconnected. So I asked her, I said, what can we do to help that situation so that we could feel like we're reconnecting or connected? And she said to me, the most important thing that you can do is remember who you are. The thing is that she explained to me is that when we are conscious of who we are, meaning we are not projecting all of our focus and energy out into this 3D reality, when we are remembering consciously that we are, you may be Pleiadian, you may be Syrian, whatever it is that resonates with you, that you identify as, when you remember who you are throughout the day, you are becoming more conscious of your multidimensional energy. Now, when you do that, something interesting happens. You anchor in, you attract, you ground more of that energy. So think of it as like a faucet, right? When the faucet is open just a little bit, there's not a whole lot of water moving through it. There's not a whole lot of energy moving through it. Okay, but when you open that faucet more energy, more water flows through it. And you control that faucet by being conscious. The more conscious you are, the reminders of who you are, your multidimensional connections, and what you've experienced in the past relating to all that, all of the synchronicities, when you're more conscious of that, that energy starts to flow. You start to feel more connected. You start to become more aligned. Now, what she said to me was, that is really your sole purpose. Okay, we are here, we've come into this dense field to become conscious. And when we're conscious, we are able to take more of our multidimensional energy, our higher self, our higher soul aspects, and anchor them into the body and anchor them into this reality, into the planet. She said that is the sole purpose. When we do that by being more conscious throughout the day, what happens is that starts to affect the Earth's field. The frequency, your frequency rises, the space around you, the Earth's frequency rises as well. And we continue to support this ascension path. That is the most important thing you could do. So if you are feeling disconnected or separated, remember who you are and remind yourself of that throughout the day. That very thing, something as simple, as small, as quick as that can be, you can take a few breaths, bring it back into the body, and remember some of these amazing experiences, multidimensional experiences you've had that will quickly shift you and align you back into that high frequency energy flow. And you will be able to anchor more of that, ground it, download it into your body. You will start to be able to perceive more of those experiences. You'll feel more connected, anchor it into the earth, and support this amazing ascension journey that we are manifesting in this moment. Now, when I was meditating with me, what she did was she started to share with me some of the amazing experiences that I've had, multidimensional experiences. And the first one she showed me was my interaction with my Pleiadian aspect that happened back in 2018 when I was over at my mom's house, when I was having a conversation with my mom. And I'll link that video in the description of this video so you can go back and listen to how that went. But that was quite an amazing experience when I actually had contact. I was able to see my Pleiadian aspect as I was in my mom's house having a conversation with her. This was before she passed. She also reminded me of the night that I discovered that my mom had passed in the craft that I saw over my mom's house when I was driving over there. Amazing, just multi-dimensional experiences that really allow you to remember who you are and where you come from. Okay, now we are of this earth, meaning we are made from this earth physically, but we are not from this earth. Everything you are experiencing here is a manifestation of consciousness. Now, the more disconnected, the lower the vibration, lower frequency that you operate from or view this reality through that lens, the more separate you're going to feel that you are, the more homesick you're going to become because you don't have that conscious awareness of that multidimensional connection or higher frequency connection. So you become more identified as the human. Now, she showed me today in meditation that sometimes I identify too much as the human. And when I do that, I get lost in the tasks, in the doing, and I tend to become a little bit unconscious or unfocused. I turn away from my multidimensional self, meaning that I allow my human brain, my ego, my programming to sometimes dictate what I need to do and how I need to do it, right? And this is common for everybody. We're all here having this human experience. I don't care how long you've been on this ascension path. There are times when you are going to get a little bit too focused into the conditioned aspect of being human. And that's all right. What she reminded me of was how important it is to just continue to become conscious, reconnect with, remember who you are. And that brings you or brings you more conscious, makes you more conscious in that moment. And that turns that faucet up, more energy starts to move through you, and more of that grounds into this experience. Now, as that happens, your external reality will start to rise in frequency and you will start to experience more high vibrational events, more high vibrational emotions, the gratitude, the joy, the love, the compassion. These types of things will become more of your experience, but you need to consciously remember that you are far greater than what you see when you look in the mirror. You are far greater than what your five senses are allowing you to experience. Reconnect with that truth of who you are. That's what synchronicities are for. That's the purpose of synchronicities. So when something happens in real time, you can remember who you are. That opens up that faucet. It opens up that energy flow. But if you are not aware of synchronicities, you can use a memory or of an experience where you had that was multi-dimensional in nature. Maybe it was connecting with your guides, your star guides. Maybe you had a moment of inspiration or intuition that came forward, some sort of a powerful knowing. Get back to those memories. They literally open up energetic portals to the multi-dimensional you. When you can get into the habit of reconnecting to that as much as you can throughout your day, you are living consciously, no longer living unconsciously, and that will really propel you forward on your path, on your soul's path, on your journey. She again said to me that that was my purpose. I am sharing that with you. That is your purpose. It is to become conscious and live as that connected, highest expression that you have available to you in any given moment. And if you make that commitment to do that, you're going to realize that you are going to continue to have more of that multidimensional you available. It's this upward trajectory, and your reality will start to reflect that. You will start to experience it right here. So if you're feeling like I have all these things I need to do, that's okay. Do those things with awareness. Be conscious when you're doing it. Remember who you are. We are here in this time-space dense reality to navigate through it, to move through it. That requires doing things, right? So we're not going to say just sit here, get present, and not do. We need to do. But we need to do things. If you have to go to work, you have a family, you're traveling, even if you have to pay your bills, I don't care what it is, whatever it is, do it consciously. Bring that multidimensional energy to the task. You will start to realize that everything you're doing here is an experience and an opportunity for a deeper understanding of that multidimensional you. That's why we created this reality, to dive deeper into the experience and to create those and navigate those experiences with the opportunity to be as aligned as possible when we do it. Remember, you are a conscious, multi-dimensional being. Go back to that well and drink from it multiple times every single day. Not only will you just kickstart massive growth on your path, but you will just create amazing opportunities for others on the planet here now that can tap into that energy and spark their journey.